The Last Days of Erin Moran. Joanie Cunningham from TV's Happy Days. Somewhere along the line, Happy Days actress Erin Moran became troubled Erin Moran. Yet another casualty of the Hollywood child star machine, whose death in an Indiana trailer park at the age of 56 would be shocking if it weren't so cripplingly inevitable. Erin Moran literally grew up in front of our eyes on Happy Days. The Burbank, California native was just 14 when she assumed the role of Joanie Cunningham, kid sister of Milwaukee high school student Richie Cunningham, Ron Howard. The popular series ran from 1974 to 1984 and it catapulted Erin to stardom. In 1982, Erin continued her role as Joanie in the short-lived spin-off Joanie Love Chachi. Opposite co-star, Scott Baio. Baio portrayed Joanie's love interest, Chachi Arcola, and the series followed the adventures of the duo as they pursued music careers in Chicago. Scott was a teen idol back then and the Joanie and Chiachi characters were so popular that CBS was eager to feature the pair in their own spin-off. Erin, however, was not enthusiastic about starring in Joanie Loves Chachi. In a 2009 interview, she remarked that she liked working with the people, but I didn't even want to do it. I was talked into it. I wanted to stay on Happy Days. They were running them at the same time. Unfortunately, the show was not well received by viewers and it was cancelled after only one 17-episode season. Following the cancellation of Joanie Loves Chachi in 1983, Erin and Scott returned to Happy Days for its final season. After the series went off the air, Erin had difficulty finding acting roles. She was just 22 years old when the show ended, but was never again cast in a leading television role. She was left with minor guest appearances on various series such as Hotel, 1983, Glitter, 1984, and The Love Boat, 1983-1985. In the mid-1980s, Erin left Hollywood and moved to a home in the California mountains. In 1988, she told the Toronto Star that she had suffered from depression after the two series had ended and she was faced with a lack of acting offers. She said she wanted some time to reassess her life and her career. Moran also told Sitcoms Online that she had been the victim of mental and physical abuse in her childhood, although she claimed that the entertainment industry had, for the most part, treated her well. In 1987, Erin Moran married singer Rocky Ferguson. Not much is publicly known about Ferguson, although it appears that he and Erin had a troubled union. In a 2007 interview with People, Erin described how her first husband struggled with her fame. He wanted me to lie in who I was and if anyone recognized me to say no, I wasn't. And that's the pressure he put on me. Erin and Rocky Ferguson divorced in 1993 and Erin wed Stephen Fleischman on November 23 of that same year. In April of 2011, Erin and 4 other members of the Happy Days CA Street filed a multi-million breach of contract suit in Los Angeles Superior Court against the CBS network. The other plaintiffs were Anson Williams, Patsy Weber, Don Most, Ralph Malph, Marion Ross, Marion Cunningham, and the estate of Tom Bosley, Howard Cunningham, who passed away in October 2010. They claimed that CBS had failed to pay them for merchandising profits under the contract. In July of 2012, the Happy Days actors settled their lawsuit with CBS. They received $65,000 per person and future royalties. In recent years, Erin struggled with hard times and financial difficulties. In 2010, she and Steve lost their home to foreclosure. Erin was later seen living in a Holiday Inn Express in Corydon, Indiana, about 130 miles, 209.2 kilometers, south of Indianapolis. Photos of her in the parking lot of the hotel were shared on the internet. Moran, who has not aged well, is seen walking in a gray t-shirt and plaid shorts, a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. Sadly, Erin Moran died recently at the age of 56. On April 22, 2017, police in Harrison County, Indiana responded to a 911 call and found her unresponsive. She had passed away at her home in New Salisbury, a rural community in southern Indiana, about 8 miles north of Corydon and about 20 miles northwest of Louisville, Kentucky. She had been living in a trailer park in New Salisbury with her husband and mother-in-law. After Erin's death was reported, there was a flurry of speculation and rumors. It was commonly assumed that her death was drug-related, and Mail Online reported that she had died of a suspected heroin overdose in her mother-in-law's trailer. However, on Monday, April 24, 2017, the coroner and sheriff of Harrison County, Indiana issued the following joint statement. A subsequent autopsy revealed that Mrs. Moran likely succumbed to complications of stage 4 cancer. Standard toxicology tests were performed and the results are pending. However, no illegal narcotics were found at the residence. Although the statement did not identify the type of cancer, friends Paul Peterson of The Donna Reed Show and actor Stephen Wishnoff told that Erin had been undergoing chemotherapy and radiation for cancer of the throat. The cancer was later identified as squamous cell carcinoma, skin cancer, of the throat. That same Monday, Erin's former co-star Scott Baio stirred up a hornets when he suggested that longtime alcohol and drug abuse may have contributed to the actress' untimely passing. Baio admitted that he was not certain of the cause of Erin's death. Baio was roundly criticized for his insinuation that drugs had caused Erin's death. He later apologized on Facebook, explaining that when he did the radio interview, her actual cause of death had not been released yet. He also pointed out that he was only asked about Erin's troubled past due to drinking and drug abuse on the morning of April 24. On Tuesday, April 25, 2017, Erin's husband, Steve, released this poignant open letter, describing Erin's last days. Erin and I met April 22, 1992 and parted ways April 22, 2017. We were planning to go to Thunder over Louisville to celebrate. She was feeling fine on our anniversary November 23, 2016. Maybe 4 or 5 days after we got back, Erin woke up and had about a dime-size blood stain on her pillowcase. She said, "I think I bit my tongue. A couple days go by and there's a bigger spot of blood. We get like 4 days into December, there's more blood. I get a flashlight and say, 'Let me look.' It was not her tongue, it was her tonsil on the left side. I thought it was tonsillitis. So we went to an aunt who said they wanted to biopsy it. It came back squamous cell carcinoma. She started radiation and chemo. 5 days a week radiation and chemo only on Thursdays. We did that the whole time. It got so bad so fast. By the middle of February, Erin could no longer speak or eat or drink. She had a feeding tube implant and I feed her 6 to 8 times a day. She was still happy. She was active. She texted people on her phone all day. On the 21st she was having trouble breathing. She woke up on the 22nd. She was not 100%. She needed Kleenex, so I went to the store and came back. She was there watching TV in bed. I laid down next to her, held her right hand in my left. I fell asleep, woke up about an hour later still holding her hand, and she was gone. She was just gone. Norton Cancer Institute never said how bad it was. The coroner told me it was really, really bad. It had spread to her spleen. She had a lot of fluid in her lungs and part of her brain was infected. The coroner said even if she was in the hospital being pumped full of antibiotics, she still would not have made it. He said it was the best that she was with me and went in her sleep. Rest in peace, Erin Moran. Goodbye, legend.